Classify each fraction given below. Classify each fraction given below. Each fraction given below. Classify each fraction given below. Okay. Below as decimal or vulgar or proper or improper or mixed fraction you have to identify. Okay. Now first it is 3 by 5. Yes, what you have in 3 by 5, tell me. Numerator is 3. Yes, this is my numerator. This is my numerator, this is my denominator, and clearly numerator is less than denominator. Then it is proper fraction. So 3 upon 5 is the proper fraction. Okay. So we write 3 upon 5 as proper fraction. Then 11 by 10. 11 by 10. Yes, 11 by 10. Now my denominator is 10. My dear, board is clear. Board is very much clear. 1 minute. Mayank Jatra from roll number 8, division 3. Okay. Yes. 11 by 10. Now 10 is the denominator, no? Now the denominator is 10. My dear, it is very much visible. Now denominator is 10, so it is decimal fraction. Okay, because the denominator is 10. Then third one. Yes. See, it will be improper fraction also. Decimal also, it will be improper also. Yes, both. Improper fraction also, because numerator is greater than denominator. Okay. Improper fraction also, decimal fraction also. Then 13 upon 20. Wait. 13 upon 20. Now 13 is my numerator. And 20 is my denominator. Okay. So numerator is less than denominator. Okay. So it is proper fraction. Okay. Now see one more thing. 13 upon 20, you can also write 13 into 5 upon 20 into 5. That is 65 upon 100. No. 65 upon 100. So now what is the denominator? Denominator is 100. So, so it is decimal fraction also. 13 upon 20 is decimal fraction also. It is proper fraction also, both. It is decimal as well as proper fraction. It is, yes. So, decimal fraction, my dear, everything is clear from our side. No, if it is not visible, you rejoin. Okay. Because whenever you are saying anything, I check it. So from my side it seems to be very much accurate. No problem. Yes. This is also, no, see, you cannot say it is vulgar fraction, because this 20 I can write 100. Okay. So it is a decimal fraction. Then 18 upon 7. Yes. This is improper fraction. This is improper fraction. Yes. Because numerator is greater than denominator. So it is improper fraction. Now fifth one. 3 is to 2 by 9. This is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. We write only mixed fraction. Okay. We write this as mixed fraction. Then express the following improper fraction as mixed fraction. Second one, express the following. Yes, mute the microphone. Express the following. Yes, mute the microphone, my dear. Express the following. Express the following improper fractions. Express the following improper fractions into mixed fractions. Fractions into mixed fraction. Okay. So to convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction, we divide. So first it is 18 by 5. To convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction, we divide. So yes, so it is 18 by 5. So to convert improper fraction into mixed fraction, we divide. So first it is 18 by 5. 18 by 5, correct? So divide 18 by 5. Divide 18 by 5. 5 3s are 15. Then 3 is left. So this 18 upon 5, 18 upon 5, I can write this quotient 3. This remainder will go up. 3 is to 3 by 5. 3 is to 3 by 5. Okay. Then 7 by 4. Then 7 by 4 homework. Second is homework. Then third, you can do it. 25 by 6 homework. You have to divide this. Okay, my dear. Easy questions. Then fourth, 38 by 5 homework. 38 by 5 homework, fourth one. Then fifth one, 22 by 5. 22 by 5. They are improper fractions. To convert them into mixed fraction, we divide. Then third one, express the following mixed fraction as improper fraction. So improper fraction can be converted into mixed fraction by division. Mixed fraction can be converted into improper fraction by multiplication. By multiplication and addition. By multiplication and addition. To convert improper fraction into mixed fraction, we divide. Okay, yes. Now third, express the following mixed fraction into improper fraction. Express the following mixed fractions. Express the following mixed fractions. Express the following mixed fractions into improper fraction. Into improper fraction. Improper fraction means numerator should be greater than denominator. Now first it is 2 is to 4 by 9. 2 is to 4 by 9. Yes. What you can write is, you have to multiply 9 to 2. So that is 2 into 9, 9 into 2. Then you have to add 4. Plus 4 divided by 9. So 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 4 upon 9. So that is 22 by 9. So 2 is to 4 by 9 is 22 upon 9. 22 upon 9 is an improper fraction. No, my dear, board is clear. No. How board is blurred, my dear? It is very much clear. Yes. See, it is very much clear. Whenever there is problem, you see your internet. And when you say board is not clear, I check it. If there is some problem from my side, I will definitely try to resolve. But if there is no problem from my side, then nothing can be done from my side. Only the thing is you have to check your connections. Okay, whenever you say anything, I check it. So from my side it is clear. Now second, 7 is to 5 by 13. 7 is to 5 by 13. Yes, so let me give homework. Okay, these are things you have done in Then 3 is to 1 by 4. In rational number you have studied this. 3 is to 1 by 4. Homework. Then fourth, 2 is to 5 by 48. 2 is to 5 by 48. Homework. Okay. So ultimately you have to appear the examination, my dear. How many problem I will solve, that will not work. So homework problem you must try to solve. Homework problem you must try to solve. Then fourth one, reduce the given fraction to lowest term. All of this thing you have studied in the rational number. Okay, so we are not doing anything new. All these things you have studied in the rational number. Reduce the given fraction to lowest term. Reduce the given fractions. Reduce the given fractions to lowest term. To lowest terms. How we reduce the given fraction to lowest terms? We cancel the common factor of numerator and denominator. Yes, to reduce the given fraction to lowest terms, we cancel the common factors of numerator and denominator. The same thing we have seen in the rational number. To write down the rational number in the lowest term, we have cancelled the common factors of numerator and denominator. We have to cancel the common factor of numerator and denominator. To write down the given fraction to the lowest term, we have to cancel the common factors of numerator and denominator. Let us see first 8 by 18. 8 by 18. 8 I can write 2 4s are 8, 18, 2 9s are 18. Then which is the common factor of numerator and denominator? 2. 2 get cancelled. That is 4 by 9. Okay. So 8 upon 18 in the lowest term is 4 by 9. 4 by 9. Okay. It is in the lowest term. Lowest term means to write down the given fraction into lowest term. Lowest term means you have to cancel the common factor of numerator and denominator. 2 get cancelled. What is left? 4 upon 9. Now is there is anything common in 4 upon 9? No. So this is the lowest term. Then second, 27 upon 36. Yes. We have not you don't have to multiply. You have to cancel the common factor. Whichever factors are common in numerator, you have to cancel all the common factors. Okay. Now next is 27 upon 36. 27 I can write 3 9s are 27. Then 36 I can write 4 9s are 36. Now 9 is there common factor of numerator and denominator, that get cancelled. 3 upon 4. Now 3 upon 4 there is nothing common. So 27 upon 36, it is in the lowest term as 3 upon 4. So 3 upon 4 is the lowest term. Second question is 27 upon 36. 27 upon 36. So cancel. Let me write those questions 18 and 42. Let me give remaining problem homework. 18 upon 42 homework. Okay. Then fourth one, you have to cancel all the common factor. Then 35 upon 75. No, it is very much proper, my dear. 35 upon 75. 35 upon 75. It is very much proper. Okay. Homework. You want me to solve 35 upon 75? Let me solve this. 35 I can write 5 7s are 35 and 75 I can write 5 15. Okay, so 5 get cancelled. 7 upon 50. Now there is nothing common, so we stop there. Then 18 upon 45. 18 upon 45. 18 you can write 2 9s are 18, 45 2 9s, 4 5 9s are 45. Okay. Yes. Now fifth one. Fifth question. State true or false. State true or false. State true or false. Okay. Let us see. 30 upon 40 and 12 by 16 are equivalent fractions. Statement is 30 upon 40 and 12 by 16 are equivalent fractions. Equivalent fraction means they have same lowest term. Equivalent fraction means they have same lowest term. Equivalent fraction means they have same lowest term. So you have to find the lowest term of both the fractions. If the lowest term of both the fractions are equal, okay, equivalent fraction means they have the same lowest term. Okay, equivalent fraction means they have the same lowest term. So let me write that wordings. So equivalent fraction means they have the same lowest term. So you have to find the lowest term of both the fractions. If the lowest terms are equal, the fractions are equivalent. So you write down this reason. Equivalent means equivalent fractions means they have same lowest term. They have same lowest term. They have same lowest term. They have same lowest terms. So let us find the lowest term of 30 and 40. 30 upon 40. 30 upon 40. 30 I can write 3 into 10. 40 I can write 4 into 10. Now 10 get cancelled. 10. So that is 3 by 4. So 30 upon 40. The lowest term is 3 by 4. Okay. Let us find the lowest term of other number. Yes, let us see. 12 upon 16. 12 upon 16. 12 I can write 3 4s are 12. And 16 I can write 4 4s are 16. Now 4 get cancelled. 4 get. So 3 upon 4. So 12 upon 16. The lowest term is 3 by 4. So now you check whether the lowest term are equal. Yes. What is the lowest term? 3 by 4. What is the lowest term? 3 by 4. They are equal. So answer is true. Answer will be true. Answer will be true. They are equivalent. Answer will be true. And this is the reason. Since they have the same lowest term, write down same lowest term. Same lowest term. Whenever they have same lowest terms, the fractions are equivalent. Whenever they have same lowest term, the fractions are equivalent. So to check whether two fractions are equivalent, you have to find the lowest term of both the fractions. If the lowest term of both the fractions are equal, two fractions are equivalent. Is it clear? No, let me see. To check whether the two fractions are equivalent, you have to find the lowest terms of both the fractions. When the lowest terms of both the fractions are equal, two fractions are equivalent. If the lowest terms are not equal, then the fractions are not equivalent. Okay? So equivalent means they have same lowest term. Lowest term means there is nothing common in the numerator and denominator. Now second, 10 upon 15 and 10 upon 25. Second, 10 upon 25 and 25 upon 10. 25 upon 10 are equivalent fractions. Yes, let us check. Are equivalent fractions. Let us check. Yes, should I give homework? This will be 2 upon 5. See, this will be 2 upon 5. Yes, the lowest term will be 2 upon 5. And what will be the lowest term in this? This will be 5 upon 2. 2 upon 5 and 5 upon 2 are not equal. So answer is false. Answer is false. Answer is Answer is false because 2 upon 5 is the lowest term of 10 upon 25 and 5 upon 2. So lowest terms are not equal. So the fractions are not equivalent. Next, 35 upon 49. 35. True. They have same lowest term. So first one is true. 35 upon 49. 20 upon 28. 20 upon 28. Then 45 upon 63. 45 upon 63. Then 100 upon 140 are equivalent fractions. So you have to find the, no, you cannot say without solving, my dear. Because we are not a magician, we are mathematician, always remember. So unless and until you work out the problems, don't throw the answer. Okay? Do not throw the answer without solving the problem. And don't give the answer if you solve half. Solve the problem completely, then you conclude. So let us find the lowest term of all these. Okay. So let us find the lowest term of all these. So let us make 4. This is 35 upon 49. Let us make. Then 20 upon 28. Okay. Then 45 upon 63. Okay. Then it is 100 upon 140. Let us find the lowest term of all these. The lowest term 70, 35, 7 5s are 35, 7 7s are 49. 7 of numerator get cancelled with denominator. So what is left? 5 upon 7. The left is 5 upon 7. This is the lowest term. Find the lowest term of 20 and 28. 20 I can write 4 5s are 20 and 28 I can write 4 7s are 28. Then 4 get cancelled. What is left? 5 upon 7. 5 upon 7 is the lowest term of this. 45 upon 63. 45 I can write 9 5s are 45 and 63. 9 7s are 63. Okay? Then 9 get cancelled. My dear, now what I can do? See your internet connection. 5 upon 7. What about 100 upon 140? 100 upon 140. 100. 5 20 100. Then 7 into 20 is 140. Now 20 get cancelled. 20 get cancelled. That is 5 upon 7. So what is the lowest? What is the lowest term of all these? 5 upon 7. So we write lowest terms are equal. Lowest terms are equal. So fractions are equivalent. Lowest terms are equal. So fractions are equivalent. So fractions are equivalent means the given statement is true. Because in the given statement it is given they are equivalent. And when we have calculated, we have come to know that they are also equivalent. So to check whether two fractions are equivalent, okay, you have to find the lowest term. of all the fractions. So when lowest term of all the fractions are equal, the fractions are equivalent. If the lowest terms are not equal, then the fractions are not equivalent. Is it clear? So simple definition of equivalent is the lowest terms are equal. Then sixth one, distinguish each of the fraction given below as simple fraction and complex fraction. Simple fraction. Let me give you the definition of simple fraction. Simple fraction whose numerator and denominator both are integers. Numerator and denominator both are integers. What do you mean by integers? They can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on. Then complex fraction means Complex fraction means numerator or denominator or both are not integers. Numerator or denominator or both are not integers. Integers, both are not integers. What are the integers? Tell me. They are integers means it can take the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Write down. And both are not integers means they are not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So numerator or denominator. The numerator denominator, they are not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 0 you remove. Okay. So when numerator or denominator both are integer, then it is a simple fraction. When numerator or denominator are not integer, then it is a complex fraction. Okay. So simple fraction means numerator and denominator both should be integer. Complex fraction means numerator or denominator or anyone or both are not integer, then it is a complex fraction. Okay. So we can identify simple fraction and mixed fraction based on this definition. First it is 0 by 8. Yes. First it is 0 by 8. What is 0 by 8? Tell me. 0 is an integer. No, my dear. 0 is an integer. 0 is an integer. And 8 is also integer. So whenever numerator and denominator both are integer, then what type of fraction is that? Simple fraction. So this is simple fraction because numerator and denominator both are integer. Numerator and denominator both are integer, so it is a simple fraction. Okay. Then minus 3 upon minus 8. Minus 0 I have written 0 is an integer, 8 is an integer, so numerator and denominator both are integer, so it is a simple fraction. What about minus 3 and minus 8? What is minus 3? Minus 3 is an integer. Yes or no? Negative integer. What about minus 8? Minus 8 is also negative integer. So when both are integer, then it is a simple fraction. So, my dear, it is minus 3 upon minus 8. Minus 3 is in my textbook it is given. Now third, 5 upon minus 7. What about 5 upon minus 7? Tell me, what is 5? 5 is an integer. 5 is an integer, positive integer. And minus 7 is negative integer. So when numerator and denominator both are integer, then it is a simple fraction. Okay. So whenever numerator and denominator both are integer, then it is a simple fraction. When numerator or denominator, any one or both, are not integer, then it is a complex fraction. Okay? Yes, no problem. Fourth, it is 3 is to 3 by 5. Numerator is 3 is to 3 by 5. And denominator is 18. Tell me, whether numerator, this is an integer. Numerator is not integer, no. Numerator is not integer. So it is a complex. It is complex fraction. Because numerator is mixed fraction, it is not an integer. Now fifth one, minus 6 numerator, then denominator is 2 is to 2 by 5. Yes. Now what is my denominator? It is not an integer. Denominator is not an integer, no. Denominator is, so it is a complex fraction. Okay, because denominator is not an integer. Then sixth one, 3 is to 1 by 3. 3 is to 1 by 3 upon 2 is to 1 by 7. 7 is to 2 by 7. Yes. Now both are not integer. Yes or no?